The FBI, the feds, that's how Blagojevich called them, the governor of Illinois, called them the feds. And he says about them that they are liars and cowards. And I call them, on top of all that, I agree with him, and I call them traitors. They are using Nihad, he's a felon, just to get a warrant, arrest, something, to get me. And when I had to hire one of the brothers and feed him to go to trial, Nihad didn't show up. What did they do to him? Nothing. Planned another one. Planned another one. They keep planning. So that's Nihad. Recently, around December 2009, he attacked my son, Muhammad. He was choking him. And my wife was pulling Nihad from the back from his t-shirt, trying to save Muhammad. She was pulling him and screaming and yelling, and then Muhammad told me that he almost died. So God gave him the power. He lifted Nihad. See, my son is about 160 pounds. Nihad is about 350 pounds. So he lifted him and he threw him on the couch, saved himself. And he was going to beat him up, but he saw his cousins were crying. So he did nothing. All the scratch marks, bruises on Muhammad's neck. He wanted to kill him. That's his uncle. So what did the police do about that? Nothing. How did the police know? Nihad himself called the police, told them that my son was beating up his son. He wants to beat up his son. He wants to kill him. So the police came to make a report. They asked Nihad's son. They told him, did Muhammad, my son, did he try to beat you? Did he try to kill you? He said, no, we are friends. But no problem. You see, he keeps making these false police reports. And he said that Muhammad attacked Nihad. He's the one who was choking my son. So they went from one police, Bolingbrook police. Now he lives in Bolingbrook. You know what was the attempt on my son's life? When they put him out of the van and slammed him, they jumped on top of him, they said resisting arrest and all that. So the case went from Bolingbrook police to Darien police. That's where my son Muhammad is staying now with his mother, sleeping on the carpet. That's what they did to my children, destroyed them. So they went to investigate. And my wife was there and she told them what happened. And they saw the scratches mark on my son's neck, bruises. And they did nothing to Nihad. Why? He's a criminal, working with the FBI. So they could get him anytime, do this. He's going to do it. Criminal working with the criminals. That's the USA government. That's what they use. This is the Counterintelligence program. That was declared to be illegal by the Congress. And they said, oh, we stopped. But actually they didn't. That's the whole thing about the Counterintelligence. It's undercover. Covert operations. So this is the United States. That's how many times they used Nihad that I could recall now out of my head. So now I want to go back. When my daughter called me, and then I went to pick up my daughter, and the police kidnapped me, abducted me, and then I had to go to court. So I said, well, this came from heaven. Now there are charges of criminal trespass to property. So I'm going to tell the jury how this property is mine and how I was defrauded, how this property was usurped from me. They usurped the property from me. So when I got to court with my friend lawyer, found that the police didn't show up. The charges, whatever they call it, on paper. What are the charges? I said, yeah, criminal trespass to property. So I'm going to get my property back. And what I find, no complaint was filed for trespass. She was told by the police not to file because it's going to get the house from you. It's going to be a big problem, one way or the other. So they charged me with what? Resisting arrest. What did you arrest me for? Nothing. Well, you said I resisted arrest. It means I committed some kind of crime that you came and arrested me. Show me the record. What did I commit? Nothing. Welcome to the USA. Welcome to the USA. This is America, and this is what they are doing to me and to my children. So I must denounce the US citizenship for my life. For my life. I have the right to live. I committed no crime. So they give me another date. I call the state attorney. I tell him, I give him a piece of my mind. I leave him messages. I said, why didn't you charge me for criminal trespass to property? Why not? I tell you why not. I told him. I said, give him the answer. Because he's a criminal felon. And he knows that if he charges me for criminal trespass, then I'm going to go before the jury and find out, tell the jury that this is my property. If I'm going to make it before the jury, and we're going to find out that there was a plan that I should never make it before the jury, even on the resisting arrest. Even on the resisting arrest. But that's illegal. Because they have to say why they arrested me to start with. There's no complaint in the record that they don't have the element. The threshold of resisting arrest must be a complaint on the record. There's nothing. So when I call, I say they filed complaint against me for resisting arrest. They ask me, what did they arrest you for? I say, ask them. Nothing. Nothing on the record. This is the USA. So my life is in danger. I must, and I must denounce US citizenship for my life. And the law allows it. And I did it. So they give me another date to go back. So when I go back, my lawyer, I send my son to go pick up the lawyer. So the lawyer came. I'm in court. My son is with me, the oldest one, the one who was attacked by Bolingbroke police. They almost killed him. And they call the case. And when they call the case, see what happened here. This is a play. Should be a movie. It was a big play. Unbelievable. And this, the most corrupted judicial system in the world. The USA judicial system. Maybe somebody would tell me there are more countries that are more corrupt. I say, because of the propaganda that the USA is a safe country. Actually, it is the most corrupted country in the entire world. The most corrupted government in the entire world. I'm going to tell you what happened. Hold on, please.